My name is Ron Cassie. I'm an editor of Baltimore Magazine, and I'm at one of my favorite places in Baltimore, the Babe Ruth Museum, checking out some of the new exhibits. And this is another edition of How About That? The first baseball game I went to as a Baltimorean was in 1988, game number 12, as Oriole fans of a certain age will remember, of their 21-game losing streak to start the season. And what I remember about walking to the stadium that night to see the Orioles play game number 12 was that it was freezing. Temperatures went down into the mid-30s that night. By the end of the game went 11 innings. The Orioles lost 1-0. There couldn't have been more than a couple thousand people left. And what I really remembered, to this day, after the Cleveland Indians scored in the top of the 11th on an Orioles error, Billy Ripken led off the bottom of the 11th inning with a base hit. And then Jim Traber got up, forced Billy Ripken out with a fielder's choice. And so Jim Traber was on first base when Eddie Murray came up to bat. And this is the first time I ever heard the Eddie, Eddie, Eddie chant in person. And so Eddie hits a blast that nearly leaves Memorial Stadium. Misses going over the wall by about a foot. And I'm watching Jim Traber run around the bases thinking he's got to score. The ball was off the bat in the alley. It looked like it was going out of the park. And of course, the Orioles' third base coach holds up Jim Traber. You've lost 11 straight. It's the bottom of the 11th. Why are you holding up the runner when a ball's knocked off the fence in the right field alley? And of course, Cal Ripken ends up making out on a soft line drive. And the Orioles end up bringing up a pinch hitter named Terry Kennedy. Terry Kennedy looks at 4 straight pitches, doesn't ever get the bat off his shoulder, and strikes out. And so that was my first Orioles game, 1988, game 12 of the Orioles' epic 21-game losing streak that earned them a spot on the Sports Illustrated cover, set the record. The nice postscript was that when the Orioles finally win, they beat the White Sox out in Chicago. When they returned to Memorial Stadium, there's 50,000 fans to greet them there, and Governor Schaefer's there, and Edward Bennett Williams is there. And the team, and Governor Schaefer announces that the team has signed a new 15-year lease with the city, and that they're going to be moving eventually to a new stadium at Camden Yards. And that's my story. Come on down to the Babe Ruth Museum. It's just a long fly ball from Camden Yards, of course. And this has been another edition of How About That?